Hi Stan, how are you?
Hi.
I've seen you working with this trackpad and it makes me headache, so therefore I brought you a mouse. Maybe it makes your life easier.
No worries, Eddie. I rarely click stuff. I usually write down some codes instead.
Okay, what do you mean? How do you set up the project without a mouse?
Let me show you.
Okay.
Look, I'm using the good old command line interface, the CLI. And you don't even need to open the IDE. Remember how you take the elevators instead of the stairs? It's like that, but for engineering.
Yeah, you're using SIMATIC AX, is it right?
Yes, I'm using SIMATIC AX for that. And yeah, watch this. Every tool has its contributed set of commands and with its individual parameters that can be executed whenever you need them. Think about it. You have the completely freedom and transparency now. You always remember, you may remember clicking buttons and you don't know what the buttons are doing. So now you have the transparency of what things are doing and you have the freedom to create them by yourself. You may start by pressing buttons, but I'm 100% sure you will end up using the CLI in the end. It's all about the efficiency.
Okay, I understand, but it reminds me on the early days of MS-DOS. Are we going back to the 80s with the command line?
Kinda, I guess. It's not my era.
Okay, so what I understand is I can also chain my commands and the parameters to adapt it for my own workflows.
Yes, you can do so. You can use command lines for accessing your workflows or accessing each individual tool by itself. Either define batch scripts for one command or chain them together to create your own workflow. So there's no wasted steps anymore and no wasted time because you don't have to wait until you can click again. You just execute that combined script, which is cool. And once you learned a few commands, it's like unlocking a superpower. I will show you. Apex download PC.
Oh, wait. Did you just in 2 seconds?
Yep, that's what usually took me a few clicks, but now I did one line, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But hold up, you mean I could also update all my PLCs with one command?
CLI can do it all. No more repetitive clicking.
Wow, it feels like I'm back in the university, but much more powerful.
Welcome to the future of engineering, my friend, like I always say. And I think all trends are coming back at some point. And with that being said, thanks a lot, Eddie.
Okay, I got your point.